Start recording.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay, so I guess my first question is, you said you had some teammates with you. Was it just Ewo?
Just Evo. Yep, I'm looking at the names. Yep, it's just him. We were duoing.
How were comms?
Um, I think we were just between us in that one. And since we're doing the duo with tanks, made it easier. No, I'm always in party chat. That's right. So we're always in. We were in group, and between me and Evo, I think are decent. Because he'll dive if there's someone giving us problems. Like I'm on the high ground, since
Mm-hmm.
that's like the one disadvantage I have as Ryan. So he's already up there going for the McCree, basically letting us rotate, get around the
Yeah,
corner.
I really like the Rhine Diva combo for Brawl.
It makes my job so much easier.
Yes.
It really does.
I think so. There's one mindset thing that I had typed earlier, and I don't remember if it was number one or number two, but essentially it's going to be when you're playing Reinhardt, you always want to play intently for your team.
Yeah.
And so we can look at this a little bit, or I think you remember, but like you were going up the hill and you're blocking yourself, and then she kept firing over your head, and you put your shield down as soon as she stopped shooting you. Now, that's not really going to hurt these guys too much. Maybe she'll get a lucky pick on Anna, or maybe on Mercy.
Yeah, still getting ult charge though from that too.
Yeah,
That's a good point. So I should be blocking that
she's
most
getting
and
ult
foremost.
charge, and then also it could line up another kill. So if Hog was to come over here and hook, maybe they would be half health. Maybe it would be Mercy when you guys are around in the corner or whatever.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of minor positioning tweaks we can do. So instead of being here, we could just be here. We'll still push the cart, and we'll be able to defend our team. And the reason that's different from B&M is strictly because you can't talk to these guys very easily, and they have no reason to follow you. And there are going to be gaps. There are going to be knowledge gaps. And mostly just knowledge gaps. So right now, they probably don't even know they're playing Brawl. And so they're just going to try their best to bounce around. So then it falls on your shoulders to play for them, to play Brawl for them. And so you would have to look, see where they're at, position yourself, put your shield up, and then play that way. Does that one make sense?
Yeah, so like that's just what I'm like processing. I'm just thinking of playing it through, like the next time, trying to even just go up on the high ground, like go under in the room below, and then go on the high ground, or because honestly, just the healers going up that hill just doesn't seem like anything. But I have no control over that in the end, and so I need to be on the payload right now, blocking that Orisa from raining bullets down on them and keeping the hook, keeping Hog's hook. Yeah,
exactly. And that's exactly right. So and this right here too, so we have a Zen who may turn to shoot you here soon, and McCree, but if you look at their line of sight, you're the only one there. And so
I noticed that
your barrier, your burn-in barrier here, it's of no value. And so you can still push the cart right here. And then when you turn the corner,
blocking damage, actually protecting my team with the shield, versus only using it for myself.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're right. That's been a habit, is holding my shield when I don't need to. At least not in that spot. Not for the McCree and for the Zen.
And I'll say too, if you do these mini threat calculations along the way, Orisa threat by herself is very low. Probably one of the lowest in Overwatch. At least in terms of damage output. Versus McCree and Zen, whose threat is very high. Not just because of Discord, but even just raw damage. They will out DPS Orisa really fast. So we'll go ahead and continue. There's a few other concepts or little things here and there that you can do with your DPS and with Diva, but we'll get to those. Yeah, I gotta get with Ewo on some diva ideas and concepts.
Oh, definitely. He loves playing diva too.
So this is good. There you go. Just protect your peoples. May went in, so
Yeah.
you can go in. Perfect.
Yeah, we get the hog there.
And then you guys are good. Just gotta be careful with that backline. I do want to
Yeah.
point out, so the charge was good. I do want to point out that every time you charge, try to make it as short as possible.
Yeah. That one I was about to say. I'm so far away from my team now.
So we'll watch it again real quick. So that right there would have been a great charge right up against the wall.
Oh, I'm wondering if I aimed for it. It does look like I was aiming for it, but the right shoulder just glides. It doesn't.
Right.
You don't get a lot of placement on there. I don't
Yeah,
know. But
I think you had
like
the right
said,
idea.
better with it. Yeah.
Exactly. But we can guarantee it if we don't put that angle in there. Because you came from this side and you swung to the wall, and then you came back out to charge, but you just slid across.
Yep.
This might be something too. We're playing forward, but we're not ready yet. There's no value. No one's moving up with you.
Yeah.
People were getting shot in the back a little bit.
Yeah. Is there somebody's McCree on the back line or no?
So we do have high ground with the Reaper Diva.
There's not much I can do. We'll push the line, but they're not diving. Well, Reaper just dove.
Right. So.
It's alted.
Oh, good. That works out.
Yeah, we pinched the Rhine.
And this can be a trigger idea too. So I don't know if your trigger was the Diva Bomb or if your trigger was the Maywall.
Probably the wall. Yeah.
In general, if you hear an ult, especially Diva Bomb, and you don't have much of a threat, just run them over. Just get in their face. That charge was good with the wall, even though it missed. But you have the right idea. It's time to go. It's time to engage.
Yeah.
And it would have been because of the Diva Bomb.
Yeah. I didn't even know the Reaper was like over there flanking. I would have pushed probably a lot earlier because the Rhine's out of LOS anyways on on his healers. So it would have been a perfect, but it worked out.
And you guys should win this fight with you having so much health in that back line.
Yeah. Here I just was trying to get back to my team.
Yep, no, that was a good play. Sweet. Yeah, you always got to be careful with that.
Yeah, for sure. I see, like right here, I've been trying to do that more of like trusting the DPS, like when there's like, especially in open space, with things like that. Of being like, okay, guys, you kill them. I'm just gonna leave you there to do it.
So here's a quick concept for you too. Let me see. You're number 3.
Yeah.
So we'll watch you from this point on. So you do survive. That's really good. From this point on, we want to check teammates. We want to, sure, hit the Rhine. He's dead.
Yeah.
You can't chase the Echo, and watch for teammates. See where you can get value with your barrier. So that was good with Diva. That's exactly what we want to see.
Yeah. Okay.
That may not have been the best.
No,
it's good that he stopped you. If he let you go and then flashed you when you were trying to get out of your stun, you would have been harder to recover.
And Zen was on the corner. I didn't even see the Zen there. He would have melted me too.
And so right here, jumping with the shield, I guess that didn't slow you down much because you did the jump thing.
Here but the cart is too far behind. I shouldn't have pushed that far because I try to hold that choke right there. It's because it lets the cart get pushed further, but would it be just better just to hold this corner right there?
Right.
Move it along.
Better and safer. The closer you get to their spawn, the faster they're going to come at you, just because they are respawning while you're closing distance.
Right.
So holding that corner would have been perfect. That was a good block. Yeah, that's unfortunate. The chaos of the situation. I think it was lost.
Yeah, I think so too. The Q was out of desperation. Should have held it, especially since he didn't have Shatter anymore. I could play very aggressive.
Mm-hmm. And so a lot of these things can be answered even just by flicking to look at your team. And I guess we can go back.
I'm trying to get that habit too of before I even engage, or where's my team at, or knowing, like, not just counting the kill feed of knowing if I'm down or up, but paying attention. Okay, we've lost both DPS.
Right.
We had no damage. We've lost both healers. That type of stuff. Oh, I got melted. Wow.
And so it makes a lot more sense now that we can zoom out and look, and you can get that same information just by jumping, turning around behind you, and then landing back and look forward with your barrier out. Or you can use the double click. You can right click and left click to turn your camera around.
Yeah, I use that.
Cool.
It's a cool little trick. So here I got indecisive because, like, you see Brian is like coming up behind us. So should I be engaging the Rhine back there while they're going up to high ground, or just keep going high ground, get to the push off the echo, and let my team just set up there? Because I'm just sitting on the staircase doing nothing right now.
So that is a good question. And there's actually a third option, which is don't move.
Oh, really?
And that's, I think, what you guys kind of did.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's the best choice. One or the other would have been a really solid choice.
Yeah.
The better choice would have been to take high ground.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you guys kind of ended up doing. Ewo went out in front of you guys, but definitely you going out there, or him calling it, or you calling him to come back, or anything at all of that would have netted in really good high ground, allowing you to jump into their back line and then Reaper to reinforce by the time you guys had engaged. I figured you guys were waiting on Reaper or something.
He stayed back, and because I guess to fight the Rhine, but
yeah, he's dead. He's coming back.
He was kind of doing a lot of his own thing too.
And that's okay, because you can capitalize on that too. If you ever notice him doing his own thing, take advantage of it by pushing hard, or, you know, getting your barrier in front of him. So at this point, Reaper is here. You guys, you know, Ewo's already engaged. You've had opportunity, but there's been too much hesitation.
Yep.
So just go out here, take the high ground. The faster you get into combat as Brawl, as a 6-stack, and even a 5-stack with a reinforcing coming as the fight starts, that's fine. That counts as 6.
Yeah.
That would net better results than anything that involves hesitation when playing Brawl.
Yep. And this is like, because I'm in limbo right now, and I think the hesitation is, it's going, do I peel or do I push? Type, like, one or the other. It was like, do I peel back, help get my Reaper with the team, you know, for get him to safety, or do I push, take high ground, and take it? And I didn't make a decision, and that was the wrong decision either way, because I didn't make a decision I didn't commit. So I need to at least pick one or the other instead of sitting there doing nothing.
That's exactly right. That's specifically for Brawl. This won't apply to other comps all the time. Right.
Yeah.
So right here, I want to reinforce too. It is scary having the tanks back there, or even, you know, maybe the whole team is there. You can't really tell.
Yeah.
You at least know maybe that Zen's not there. But the thing is that he would have to charge in order to close that distance. So he's not even being that much of a threat.
Yeah.
And he hasn't made the charge noise. We're still good.
No need to think.
If we had pushed,
I need to worry about it.
They're out of position.
Yep.
And that was that last point I wanted to.
Yeah, but this, like, whole like this engagement right here, like what I was doing, like the issue I have, like I have the same problem in first point of Temple of Anubis as Rye, because going left is the most common, but if the team's running like a Junkrat, Symmetra, Tor, some heavy like choke holders, then
Mm-hmm.
I want to go right, and then you have those two sets of staircases. But going that way, your team has to follow with you, and then I get worried about my own team leaving them behind, um, and or the team starts engaging me from the back. It's like really tricky, but it's like very similar to this, um, like dealing with that. So with Temple of Anubis, is it seeing if they engage us down at the bottom, and if like the Rhine jumps, then we meet them, or do we try to commit and go up to the top at that part with Temple of Anubis? I don't know if I asked that right or not. Does that make sense?
So like, is that
It'd be
Temple
like,
of Anubis first point?
yeah, Temple of Anubis first point if I'm attacking, right? And so the goal is to get to high ground, to get to the third level, like where that platform is right behind the point.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sometimes we'll go through like either my team will go through the room at the bottom. I'll go around it and meet them at the door, so that way they can't try and push us from both sides. And then once we get to the stairs, though, like the enemy Ryan and their or someone else, they'll come in and they'll try and hit us as we're going up the stairs.
Right.
Um, which and then we face getting pinched in that middle room there in the second floor. So with that, like how do you respond to that? Because it's similar to this right here, where the Ryan's right there in our back line. He could pressure us, but I shouldn't have to worry about that anyways. Um, it's just not as open as Temple of Anubis um, when we're trying to get up those stairs.
I see. So going up those stairs, it really does have to be a everything on the front kind of push, because it's going to be a barrier battle, essentially. You can play a corner while you're resting, and he will want to have his shield up generally to stop damage. So you guys can rest in that room unless there's like a Junkrat or something like that on Temple of Anubis.
Okay. Or even taking a rest in the second level,
Yeah,
but having time to reset
exactly.
and then go back and continue.
And anything you can feign. So like if you go up and you hold that corner on the stairs going up to that elevated platform or plateau that goes outside, yeah, he could play very well and not use his shield, but he risks taking a lot of damage. He risks a lot, and you guys might risk a lot depending on the comp that they're running, with not using your barrier. But definitely solidify that mindset too, that if you are pushing, definitely use your barrier, and if you need to retreat, definitely use your barrier. And if you need to save yourself, definitely disengage and hide and get some natural cover.
I figured I'd ask about the Temple of Anubis. That helps a lot because just that reminded me of this like part right here in the game reminded me of that one too.
Cool. That makes sense. That sounds good. That makes sense. And you guys can take that upper level usually very powerfully with a strong brawl comp. Because if you go in and everyone else is either staggered or something, you guys, if Ryan goes in solo against you, you guys should have the proper comp to delete him. It should be a stun, maybe two stuns, followed by tons of damage.
That makes a lot of sense.
So you can run past their Ryan generally. They can't run past yours. Or they can't run past you.
Yeah. Still get deleted right away. Yeah.
That.
Yeah. I don't think I have any other questions about this spot though.
Okay.
This
cool.
Makes sense.
So we're going to this next fight. I think that charge may have just sentenced you to death.
Terrible charge. Yeah.
I can't tell though. That bomb is too high.
Down too high. Yeah. I mean, Ryan, he's doing the perfect thing too. He's like blocking my team off. Well, he turned around then. I still killed him, but he could have just kept my team away from me while his team just killed me.
I think the only reason you lived maybe was that diva bomb.
Probably, yeah. That's probably why he was hit a shield up. Actually, now that I think about it.
Yeah, he was worried it was gonna fall in line of sight.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I totally missed you dying.
Oh, I just pushed up to the choke because there's only one person here. So I think, yeah, I just pushed it up, but I getting like melted, and then he fire struck me. What I
So
was
take
trying to
that.
Zarya back to that choke.
Take that as a solid lesson for a high charge Zarya.
She will melt me. I
Yeah.
will get deleted. Yeah.
So.
Oh, and she was coalescing too, but not anymore.
Right.
So
Right.
I didn't realize she was done. So that explains the aggression, but not the retreat.
Right. And there's a
Yeah.
lot that gets miscommunicated along the way. Like, you can see the full intent was, we won this fight, let's go push the cart. I'm not in position. I'm really hurt. And
Yep.
then there was a little dance here where Zarya bubbled and you went backwards and then you went forward. And that got you out of range of hammer. So that
Yeah.
you were just kind of
point.
swinging air towards her and she melted you all the while.
Melted me, yeah. Yeah.
And so a lot of those things can speak danger. And a lot of it, all of it can be negated by looking.
Knowing where everyone's at.
Exactly.
Just taking a second, half second.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and catch up when you're back in the fight. So it looks like we lost ground. We tried to take a corner.
Yeah, we got split up.
Yeah.
Mora couldn't save me after Ana died.
Let's watch the beginning of that some. So you guys did have the corner.
Oh, McCree lost.
Yep. And so
yeah,
in this situation,
the right side corner, probably not the left side.
Exactly. So if I agree, this is good if everyone's here.
Yeah.
This is fine. And if your barrier breaks, you can duck in here. Your team can fight and fan out and do whatever they need to do, and then you can just swing and swing and swing and hold this corner.
Yeah.
The danger is exactly what happened. Is just you corner yourself fully, trying to line of sight their team, but your team's dying in the process because you can't use your barrier anymore. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Back up to the previous corner that's a little safer, and then back up even more.
Yeah.
Or use this line of sight too.
That just funnels them in too.
Mm-hmm.
We're like stuck in that corner.
And then the only danger would be for anyone who is not playing close to your barrier is back here, and they're like, "Oh no, I didn't see Ryan was in danger, so I'm gonna whatever."
Moira could at least keep me alive after the Ana died. The Ana got stuck. Yeah. That was a big thing. The Ana fell out and the Moira was all the way on the other side.
Let's take a look at that. So Ewo. And so right here, it's a hard call because your team is mostly here. You guys are all good to go for the most part. Moria's a little lag behind. McCree was over on the left. And I don't know if he tried to get cheeky or he thought we were going or you got faked out like a fake push. Let me see.
Yeah. Like it looked like I was going in and so he decided to at least just chilling over there.
And so like your barrier's up, you're right here, and then you put it down, you back up, and he was like, "Time to go," and he died for it.
He died for it.
So this is another going back to that first point of that duo trio mindset, playing for the McCree. If you were playing specifically for the McCree, he's your best friend in the world. You guys have known each other since childbirth. Would you go on the right wall and shield? Would you go on the left wall and shield? Or would you just start pushing?
Yeah.
You trust he's going to do something. or you're going to enable him. You're going to empower him and give him opportunities. Whether he takes them or not, that's up to him.
Yeah.
But you empower him, and he may be able to pull something off.
That's pushing. So I should just either be on that left-hand side or pushing in, and letting him get the headshot.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And if he rolls in front of your barrier, put it down, get back in front of him.
Yep. That makes sense. And it just knowing where my team's at in those corners and playing with it.
And Moria's not there yet, but that's fine. She would have caught up. Her orb's already in play. It might be bouncing away. Oh no, it bounced towards you.
Is there a Reaper coming back too? I think it's you respawning.
Yeah. Wait, no.
Yeah, he's coming back.
Is that him?
McCree.
That's McCree. Oh, he's on the left.
Holy cow!
He's super deep.
Does he have Blossom? No, he doesn't have Blossom.
Ooh.
Well, what can you do? Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So that's good playing for your Reaper. Good flanks. That works. Perfect. You will need to get out, get the high ground, and get out.
Yeah.
I'll work with him.
Evo plays a dangerous game. That's how far.
And so this might be a good time for your shield to rest. Oh, you did get ulted, so that works.
Yeah. Got a big shatter, but somehow we... Oh yeah, they come in, they're purple, like everything. I don't know about that charge. It's short, but not near my team. I don't even know where my Ana is probably at that point in time.
Yeah. So I think, let's look at that really quick here. Oh, you're back here. So the only reason you won against that McCree, I think, is because you got ulted.
Yeah.
So that was a death right there. This is really good purples, but if you note, let me see. Really good hammer. Unfortunate you got booped. You got some good hits, but you are surrounded by one-shot kills.
Yeah, I should be swinging for the fences right now.
Yeah. So
not charging.
Exactly. So your Ana's in trouble. You're here. You can turn to your right, protect your Ana. You can turn behind you, one-shot him. You can kill those two in one swing, maybe. Yeah. I think you could have because they backed up. You backed up. You knew something was wrong. Maybe.
Yeah.
Like you didn't want the Rhine to hit you.
Yeah.
And so you can just keep backing up.
Staring at. Yeah.
And
back up to my healers and reset.
Exactly. And especially too because you guys were in prime position with a Reaper and an Ana, and two that would likely die had you just backed up around the cart.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what your barrier is too. It's 1600.
Fully charged. Yeah.
No.
I should be backing the what up.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, use that barrier too, and that whole nano boost, really well used to charge your barrier, like to get the McCree kill and to charge your barrier.
Yeah.
And now you are ready for another defensive play. But
the Reaper's going to show up behind me. They're purple. They can't be aggressive either. They're going to be playing passive. Now they can be aggressive.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So charging was... I may not have won the fight, but I lost the fight, definitely. I would put the blame on that for me, by charging.
So close on the timing.
I know.
If he had waited.
Evo came back so soon.
Yep. Defense matrix. Go. So again, this is oh no. Just really aggressive people, but they're getting forced into checkpoint or checkmates with those ults.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Staggered. hard at the very end. When I could have avoided all that if I hadn't have charged. Probably it would have been like they were naded. They had to play passive, very low health. I would have backed up. They would have had to back up.
Right.
Yeah. Now this is also tricky as Ryan, because I'll be honest, Ryan on the high ground, it's a lot of do nothing. Which I'm trying to like figure out what to do, because all I can do right now is fire strike and maybe protect my Ana. But now I'm like, well, it's just Ana back here. Like, I'm not really protecting anybody. So I think I jumped down here with the Roadhog. Yeah.
That's good. If there's no one here, there's no reason to be here.
Yeah. I went over to the left to help them, also to throw a fire strike, scout stuff, but I rotated to the other side. They were over there anyways. I don't know if that's a good spot to hold anyways, but either way, I should be either down there with the hog or at least blocking for somebody.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. If your whole team sets up here, don't be over there.
Yeah.
If your whole team sets up over there, don't be over there. And
Don't
then
be separated.
the two good ideas were protect Evo or protect someone over here.
Yep.
And that's the whole linchpin of advice number 1, going back to that. You're playing for somebody.
Yeah. I'm enabling other people.
Exactly. This is good, holding that space. Nice block. Just wait for that orb to go off, which it did.
Yeah, there I made the wrong decision. Someone called out the McCree.
Oh, I see.
I played Alpeel. Terrible idea, because all the damage was coming up main anyways.
Mm-hmm.
When the goal should have been keep their other team from helping the McCree. So while they're dealing with McCree, like, I need to be making sure the rest of their team doesn't come to help him out.
Yep.
And like something like that, probably, right?
Yeah, and you were playing really well with Hog there too. I would wait for McCree to become a threat. So like him. Sorry, I'm watching the Ashe duel. She won.
1 health too, man. It's close.
Yeah, that was close. And so I totally forgot what I was saying. Oh,
Something
yeah.
about the feeling.
So wait for him to become a threat. So if you hear his shots going off and he's like shooting people, then maybe you can put your barrier over there. But he still has high ground. You'd have to go up to him so that you're really getting out of the way.
Yeah. That's a good point. And it's really like when I play with like, B&M or people in Bithroll, I think I'm more open of like, are you guys good back there? You guys got it? But in solo queuing, I'm less inclined to do that. I'm more of like, I'll go take care of it myself. Like, I got you. But I need to play optimally. And then if they need my help or if McCree's causing us problems, then go there.
Right. And we can look back at that. I think we're fine, though. You got all the right ideas.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
It's very likely that your healers would be able to take cover.
Should be able to,
either back here, or
by the statue.
Somewhere by the statue. But it still leaves them open to main. But you guys were doing great at tanking that, so I think you guys were safe either way with heals.
Unfortunate. Yeah.
All good.
So this is a tricky little lane because I want to hold that corner, let my team be able to have some opportunities. We got people at high ground anyways.
So this was
kind of giving them a lot of ground though.
Yeah, we gave them ground and then we went in. I think that charge is hurting you. With some hammer and stuff, you would have been golden.
Yeah.
Just swinging. And even backing up. You wanted to hold the corner, but you gave the corner at first contact.
Yeah, I just backed up anyways.
Right.
Like, let's engage here. Then, all right, back up. I could have done that. The corner above, the corner ahead.
And Soldier was ripe for the taking. He was right in front of you there. And even that's a short range charge. Even that would have been fine from that corner to the cart. Or just hit him with
Yeah.
some hammers, but he might be able to get away then. And then they just kind of take you, giving up too much ground, getting out in the
Snowball
open.
after that, yeah. Oh, the charging, man. I don't know. Somehow I got to like high silver, low gold, and like the bad habit came back. Like high bronze, silver, I never charged. I just counter charged the whole time.
That's a really good way to play.
Yeah, I don't know. Like the aggression, starting to get reckless with it too now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that that's exactly what's happening. McCrea shut you down twice. Once
Yeah.
when you charged him, and then second over here when you turn the corner with your hammer.
Yeah.
And when you push like that, make sure you're saying I'm pushing. Make sure you say, you know, I'm going in the hop key.
Yeah.
Or use your mic. Because even had you rounded that corner, even if this was a successful push, you line of sight all your healers, all your DPS, everybody. You hold this corner, yeah, that's fine, but they're just going to back up. And then they're going to hit you from over there, maybe. So, really, it's a lose-lose. Hold here, hold the cart. Let me back it up, too. Yeah, this Reaper is doing some crazy ham stuff.
I even pushed when he jumped in, but look, everybody's dueling everybody else.
Yeah.
The Zarya grab was huge.
So we'll watch it again. So there is some timing here. You knew he was jumping in. You knew he was going to go ham.
Yeah.
Maybe, if you had seen him. And
If
so
I had seen him, I always do, yeah.
instead of using your barrier here, you can let this go even though she's full charge. Simply because hopefully they can do something. I thought Monkey was closer. I didn't know it was Monkey either.
He's respawning.
But
still, even though he's pushing in, we got to do something.
Yeah, so it's time to go in, sure, take some damage, it'll be healed, it's fine. And then put your barrier up for Reaper.
Yep.
And you could block McCree. And I don't even know if you could save him from Rhine.
Yeah, he's...
because of that Discord.
Him too. Yeah, he's discorded.
If it wasn't for that Discord, I think you could have saved him. But
yeah, the defense was a lot rougher.
Yeah.
It gave a lot of ground too on holding those, and then just once we engaged, was holding back, was giving away even more ground.
Right.
And two very bad charges. It looked like two very bad charges.
Yeah, I think most of the charges were risky. I think maybe you had one really solid charge.
Mm-hmm.
But most of them were a detriment. So
yeah,
I think that, along with playing for somebody and looking at your team, are the three main points that you can implement today. And then, you know, just the standard being in practice, pick one of those and hyper focus on it, and just do that all game, and that's your win condition.
It's good advice. The shield, putting more value into my shield, like helping other people, enabling my other teams, and then not charging.
Yeah, or really short range charges.
Yeah. All right, yeah, thanks for looking at that. That helps a lot, because with Ryan, sometimes I don't know if, like, okay, what's the bad habits, the good habits, and especially the shield part. Like, I really need to be more mindful of my shield. I can see that already.
Yeah, that's very true. I will say too, I was just thinking, if you do have another Reaper like that, or you have someone who's really just, you know, doing their own thing, and they're super backline, since you have control of the tank line, you can maybe either send Hog on a flank, but better yet, you guys just hang out and wait until he engages, or he's ready to engage.
Wait for him to jump in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I do that if, like, they're running ball, or like if I have a ball off tank or a monkey, if they jump, as soon as they jump in the, if I see them in the back, I'm like, all right, run in. We got to do this. It's go time.
Yeah. And that way you
I need to
turn the
do that
corner
more
with a
with.
full shield and everything.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good advice. Good point.
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks for doing this, man, and looking at this.
No problem. Any other questions?
No, I don't think so. I think you recorded this too. Like, I can show this to like TS or something too if he's needs examples or something. Or you can feel free to show any examples of my mistakes. I don't
Okay.
mind any of that for sure, man. But yeah, thanks for looking at it, dude.
No problem. Happy to
All right,
help.
man. Yep. All right. You have a good night. All right.
You too. Thanks.
All right. Take it easy.
Bye bye.